Hey everyone, and welcome back to Magic Tales for Kids. Today, we're re-diving into a heartwarming story about a little wooden puppet who dreams of becoming a real boy. Get ready for a tale of adventure, wishes, and learning what truly matters. It's the wonderful story of Pinocchio. Once upon a time, in a cozy little workshop filled with the scent of sawdust, lived a kind old toy maker named Geppetto. He spent his days crafting beautiful wooden toys, but his heart felt a little empty. One lonely night, he carved a charming wooden puppet, painting a friendly smile on its face. "Assez fini," he whispered a heartfelt wish to the stars. "Oh, how I wish this little puppet could be a real boy." And guess what? Wishes sometimes come true. That very night, as the stars twinkled like tiny diamonds, a beautiful blue fairy appeared, bathed in a soft, magical glow. With a gentle touch of her wand, she brought the puppet to life. To the little wooden figure, she said, "Pinocchio, if you prove to be brave, truthful, and unselfish, your dream will come true. You will become a real boy." Imagine how amazing that felt. The next morning, Geppetto woke up to the sound of laughter. He couldn't believe his eyes. Pinocchio was alive, dancing and wiggling with joy. Geppetto's heart swelled with happiness, and he lovingly called Pinocchio his son. He was so excited to send Pinocchio off to school, like any other boy. But before he left, a tiny, wise friend named Jiminy Cricket, who had become Pinocchio's conscience, gave him a very important piece of advice. Always let your conscience be your guide. Pinocchio, with his bright eyes and curious spirit, was eager to explore the world. He loved new things, but sometimes he got a little distracted and forgot to listen to the wise words of his father and Jim. One day on his way to school, he met some tricky strangers who promised him endless fun and lots of gold if he joined them. Pinocchio, thinking it sounded exciting, decided to follow them. They led him to a place called Pleasure Island, a wild land where naughty boys played all day long and never had to study. At first, Pinocchio had a blast, but soon, something strange started happening. His ears began to grow long, and a furry tail sprouted. Oh no, he was slowly turning into a donkey. Pinocchio cried out, "I want to go home to Father Geppetto." With Jiminy Cricket's help, he managed to escape the island, realizing that true fun was never worth being unkind or untruthful. But his adventure wasn't over. Pinocchio soon learned that his dear father, Geppetto, had bravely set out to sea to search for him, and during his quest, had been swallowed by a giant whale. Without a moment's hesitation, Pinocchio bravely dove into the vast ocean, determined to save his father. Inside the whale's dark belly, they found each other and shared a big, tearful hug. Working together, Pinocchio had a brilliant idea. He lit a small fire, and the smoke made the giant whale sneeze them right out. What an escape! When they finally reached the shore, Pinocchio was weak from his ordeal, but his heart was full of happiness, knowing his father was safe. And then, bathed in a shimmering light, the blue fairy appeared once more. With a warm smile, she said, "Pinocchio, you have proven yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish." And with a magnificent sparkle of light, the most wonderful thing happened. Pinocchio became a real boy. Geppetto cried tears of joy, his dream finally realized. From that day forward, Pinocchio always listened to his heart and did what was right. He learned that being real isn't about being made of flesh and blood, but about having a kind, honest, and brave spirit. What a beautiful story, right? Pinocchio teaches us that even when we make mistakes, we can always choose to do the right thing and grow into the best versions of ourselves. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical adventure today. If you loved Pinocchio's story, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Magic Tales for Kids for more enchanting stories every week. See you next time.